Hello, hello, hello. I am Dr. Ian Levine, and I am so happy to welcome you today to the Self Taught Show, an experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, and to reinvent your life. Today is Wednesday, and I hope that your Wednesday was an amazing Wednesday. So, once again, I am so honored that you have taken your precious time to be with me here on the Self Talk Show. So, today, what will we be speaking about or sharing on the Self Talk Show? Today, we are sharing on renewing your mind for wealth. Renewing your mind for wealth. And I know when you hear renewing your mind for wealth, I can see you sitting really tall and ready to hear what we'll be sharing today on the Self Talk Show. So, as we go into this session for 15 minutes, just a mere 15 minutes, about renewing your mind for wealth, I just want to quickly break down the three main points here: renew, mind, and wealth. The word renew, the word mind, and the word wealth. So renew means to make new, to restore. It also speaks about vigor and to revive, to renew, to make new, to restore, vigor, and also to revive. Mind, what is your mind? Your mind or your soul. Your mind is responsible for your thoughts, your will, your emotions, your feelings, your perceptions, your desires, your temperament, your personality. So when we speak about your mind, just think about all those things I just shared with you. And wealth. Yes, I know that you're waiting to hear what this wealth is. So wealth means an abundance of possessions of uh, uh, an abundance of valuable possessions or money, wealth, an abundance of valuable possessions or money. So today on the Self-Taught Show, we'll be sharing on renew your mind for wealth. And when I say to renew your mind for wealth, only you can determine within yourself what this wealth means to you. Is it financial wealth? Is it monetary wealth? Is it wealth of health? Is it the abundance of the valuable possessions of peace and joy, happiness? Is it the wealth of having good relationships? Or is it the wealth for your personal growth or your professional development? As I said before, only you can really and truly determine what this wealth is to you. So, as you determine today to renew your mind for wealth, be determined. I need more money, I need more finances, I need to have a wealthy relationship or wealthy relationships with my family members, with my co-workers, relationships which are filled with the wealth of happiness and joy and peace, the wealth of having a peace of mind, the wealth for personal growth, as I said before, or personal development. You determine what that wealth means to you. So as we look today on the Self-Taught Show on renewing your mind for wealth, there is a quick question that I know you will ask yourself. How do I renew my mind for wealth? Or how do you renew your mind for wealth? One simple strategy for you, and I break this down as best as I can for you. So one simple strategy for you when you go into the realm of renewing your mind for wealth is by reprogramming your mind with repetition. And if you've been following me for a little while here on the Self-Taught Show, you know that I've been speaking a lot about repetition, because repetition is very important. So how do you renew your mind for wealth? Simply by renewing or by reprogramming your mind with repetition. Before we go in depth into that, let me say something quickly about your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind actually controls at least 95% of your life. Let me repeat that again for clarity. Your subconscious mind controls at least 95% of your life. At least 95% of your life. Your experiences are embedded in your subconscious mind. Your memories are also embedded in your subconscious mind. And actually, your subconscious mind operates as your autopilot. So your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your temperaments, your desires, your ideas are all automatically controlled by your subconscious mind. You were programmed by your subconscious mind from the moment you were born. The messages you heard on a repetitive basis became a part of who you are. So if you were programmed from the moment you were born by the process of repetition, it simply means that if you are to renew your mind for wealth, renew your mind for the wealth of happiness, renew your mind for the wealth of joy, the wealth of peace, the wealth of better relationships, the wealth of your personal growth and development. It simply means that you also have a responsibility to yourself and for yourself to reprogram your mind with repetition. So, as I said before, your subconscious mind is responsible or controls 95% of your life. In other words, you are absolutely responsible for your mind. You are also responsible for the thoughts you have. And you are also responsible for the words which you say when you talk to yourself. So, how do you reprogram your mind using repetition? And you know, oftentimes here on the Self-Taught Show, I will always encourage you to have your pen, have your paper, have something which you can write so that you can take these quick, simple, easy notes. So, how do you reprogram your mind using repetition? Number one, constantly tell your mind and your brain exactly what you want. Number two, script or write down what you have told your mind and brain and read it over and over and over and over again. And number three, have positive emotions. Have strong positive emotions. How do you reprogram your mind using repetition? Number one, constantly tell your mind and your brain exactly what you want. Your brain thrives best in an atmosphere which is optimistic. Your brain and your mind and your subconscious mind needs instructions. So whatever you say to your mind, whatever you release into your brain will become a part of your subconscious mind. I also want you to know that your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real or imagined. So actually, every message which you give to your subconscious mind, every thought which you give to your subconscious mind, every experience which you allow your subconscious mind to have, your subconscious mind will actually receive that message as true. Yes, that's correct. Every single message, every word, every thought, every experience, your subconscious mind is going to receive that as true. So, if that's true, it simply means that whatever you desire in life, and as you say that to yourself, as you repeat that on a daily basis, that will become a part of who you are. And your subconscious mind will, without a shadow of a doubt, receive that as being true. I put this into a clearer or a better perspective for you. Many, many years before I received my doctoral degree, this is what I did. I told myself, I said, Ian, you're just not just Ian Levine, but you are Dr. Ian Levine, PhD. And I said that on a repetitive basis. I said that day in and day out. I said that every waking moment, every waking second, every waking hour. I constantly told my mind and my brain exactly what I wanted to achieve in my life. And guess what? Many years after, as you know, I attained my doctoral degree, my PhD, because I constantly told my brain, I constantly said what I wanted to achieve. And when I did that, my programming became stronger, and my mind was renewed. My brain was rewired. And that is a part of the process that I use to reprogram my mind with repetitions. Number two, script, or write down exactly what you say to your mind and to your brain, and read it over and over and over, and I can keep saying over and over again until next year. Number two, you have to script. You have to write down exactly what you say to your brain and to your mind, and say over and over and over. Read it as often as you can. Sometimes I normally say to read that morning, noon, and night, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But today I want to take this a bit further. I want to stretch you by saying to read that. Read what you want. Read what you have written as often as you can on a repetitive basis, constantly. And number three, have strong positive emotions. Remember, today on the Self-Taught Show, we are speaking about renewing your mind for wealth. And we said, how do you renew your mind for wealth? You renew your mind for wealth by reprogramming your mind using repetition, or using the power of repetition. And we said, number one, constantly tell your mind and your brain exactly what you want. Number two, script, or write down exactly what you say to your mind and what you say to your brain, and read that constantly, over and over and over again. As you repeat your words and your thoughts and what you have written, you are creating new neural networks or pathways in your brain. And number three, have strong positive emotions. From a neuroscience perspective, I'll give you a quick insight on the importance of having strong positive emotions. I realized I did not say just having strong emotions, but having strong positive emotions. When you use strong positive emotions, you actually release the feel good neurochemicals. Yes, you release the feel good neurochemicals, dopamine and serotonin. And what happens here is that those chemicals, those neurochemicals, actually activate the motivation center of your brain. So when you apply your strong emotions to your process of repetition, you're actually stimulating your brain. You're actually causing those feel good neurochemicals to be released. And you're actually activating the motivation center of your brain. And from the process of life, you know that when you feel good and when you feel motivated, you are ready to go forward. You will become the best you can be. You will want to do things that you haven't done before when you feel good. You will want to go places where you haven't gone before when you feel good and when you're motivated. When you feel good and when you're motivated, you will want to go the extra mile. And when you feel good and when you're motivated, you can be assured that your goals and dreams will indeed become a reality. Today, here on the Self Taught Show, we shared on renewing your mind for wealth. Renew simply means to make new, to restore, vigor, revive your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your desires, your temperaments, your perceptions. And wealth. What is wealth? Simply an abundance of valuable possessions or money. What are your valuable possessions today? Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it happiness? Is it gratitude? Is it contentment? And how do you renew your mind for wealth? We shared that one of the key components is to reprogram your mind using repetition. And also for you to remember that 95% of your life is actually controlled by your subconscious mind. And how, once again, do you reprogram your mind using repetition? Number one, constantly tell your mind and your brain exactly what you want. Number two, script or write down exactly what you say to your mind and brain and read that repetitively over and over and over and over again. And number three, in doing all of those things, have strong positive emotions so that when you have those strong positive emotions, those happy, feel good neurochemicals of dopamine and serotonin are released and you will become the best you. I trust that your time today with me on the Self Taught Show has been most beneficial to you. I am grateful that you took time to be with me, and I hope that I'll see you again next week, this same time, this same place, this same time here on the Self Taught Show. An experience for you to renew your mind, rewire your brain, and to reinvent your life. Remember now that this is your time, this is your moment, and this is your grand opportunity to renew your mind for wealth. I am Dr. Ian Levine, and I thank you for joining in with me here on the Self Taught Show. Good night, and God bless you.